for nothing. You better not ask for nothing. Feeding you greatness, everything you need. Pull up to the table and fulfill you'll be. We got the last week for the culture and what's trending. Foolishness and friends, everything in between.
But y'all not listening when we say don't ask for nothing. Whatever you need,
anything, everything, all things,
you'll be fulfilled right here. Tune in, turn up.
Turn up.
Y'all don't know is that we be grooving when that theme song be going on. But it's King, it's Moni, it's Jish. And this is We Have That at Home. Turn up. Turn up. What's good? What's good? What's up?
You stopped that shit mad early. Your vocal cords are not strong today.
Oh, now you don't want to be challenging me because you know I am lead vocalist king. I don't know if you. I thought you knew that, but
Stupid.
Okay.
Lead vocalist king.
Lead vocalist.
Nobody put baby in the corner.
Nobody. Okay.
What's going on with y'all in these streets?
How was y'all weekend stuff?
It's spring. Spring has sprung. It's nice outside.
Is that why my eyes is puffy and my nose is stuffy?
Allergies it. Like I got rocks in my eyes.
I don't like it. But
it feel like you have rocks.
Allergy stuff. It's just.
Oh, I burped. Sorry. Excuse me.
I didn't know. I was
like sinuses and stuff.
Yeah, my shit just feels like very itchy. I don't like it. It could also be my mascara.
It's crazy. As soon as that season breaks, my shit start acting up. And you know, they be like, 1 a day. No, bitch, I am heavy. I am not taking 1 a day. I'm taking 2 a day, depending on the milligrams.
I don't know what's safe and what's not safe, but every time I take a painkiller, I take at least 3.
Most people do.
Like I don't.
When you take a painkiller, you want that stuff to be going, like Advil and stuff. I'm taking 3 to 4.
Okay, I used to take 4.
I need you to
knock it the fuck out. Okay, who don't be doing what it's supposed to do?
See, I'm more of a hot tidy, putting my face over a hot pot. Like,
oh, who has time for that? Let me pop my pill and lay down.
I'm talking about sinuses. I guess not for pain. For pain, I don't know. I guess I'll just smoke a Billy Bill.
We will take care of everything. It'll fix your stomach. It'll fix your head. Mm-hmm. It'll help your back tooth.
It settles you on down. What do you guys? Is it legal everywhere yet? They're working on that.
I think it moves. It ain't like it's like on a federal level now. Like they trying to like make it
turn up.
But I think in New York it just got legalized recreationally, I believe, because you know the Stone Pizza shit is out. I went during the summer. Infused meal. They were selling fucking the Godfather blunts, which is 7 grams in a fucking.
Oh yeah, it had to be legalized at that point because they were doing it.
I mean, he was doing it before then, but I don't know. He just opened up another location. It's a lounge with like the same sort of experience. I definitely want to go.
Sweet.
That was so much fun. And like randomly, Mr. Cheeks was there performing, and I was like,
Mr. Cheeks.
I'm around toe for toe, blow for blow. The Jeep.
Lights, camera, action, okay?
In the Benz. To all of my ladies and my men. No?
I was like, why is he in this jump off shit? And then I heard his song and I was like,
It's a jump off right here, man.
But I don't know his music like that.
Yeah, I don't really know Mr. Cheeks.
You don't know the Lost Boys?
No.
Damn.
Do you know who Tommy and Pam is?
Who? Who did you say?
Tommy and Pam. And who was the other person she didn't know?
Me?
She referenced the New York Squad and it was something else. And we were like, we get it, Black Culture Queen, but no.
Oh, anyway, goodbye.
Yeah.
Then he did not call me Black Culture. Anyway, I don't fuck with y'all. Our first topic of the night. Who's a better dancer, Beyonce or Chris Brown?
This is the first topic of the night.
No,
It's not even a conversation.
but these people on Twitter were fucking hard.
So who y'all think?
This is not a conversation.
Not for me.
Beyonce is not a dancer.
She be dancing, but she can't fuck with Chris
She
Brown.
dances. She does choreography. Chris Brown is a freestyle dancer.
Yes.
Sierra is a freestyle dancer.
But you know what the people
Even Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, they are not freestyle dancers.
I mean, Chris Brown be doing flips, so I need Beyonce to do a little flip. Give us.
She's not dancing on her toes. She's not doing it.
That was the first thing that people said. They put a thing of Chris Brown doing a flip, and then they were like, "Can Beyonce do that?" And they were like, "Did she be on stage in heels and dancing and singing in tune at the same time?" I said, "Stop."
But Chris does the same thing. Yeah. Lizzo does that. Lizzo dances and sings at the same time. I mean, it doesn't.
Nah, Chris Brown, he's different. As far as a dancer, like he's different. And just recognize that and stop playing with him.
The Beyonce being a better dancer came up before too. And I'm like, y'all, she's a great performer. She knows how to dance. I know how to dance, but I'm not a dancer where I'm going to break out and be able to kill it off the top of my head.
Like, you gonna hit with the robot, like little freestyle.
What you need me to hit?
Sideways moonwalk on their
ass.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Chris Brown is a dancer. Beyonce is a performer.
Yes.
But that was not a real topic.
that was an appetizer, but it wasn't a good one. I didn't like that. I sent it back to the kitchen. They can you take this back from me?
Thank you. We can get into this topic though. I guess this is high. We can talk about Wiz and Gillie.
Oh Lord.
What happened?
Is it really a beef?
I mean, they in a little back and forth. So
Kaylin.
Wiz Khalifa was out in the Instagram.
Hey, shawty.
With his bulge
dopey dope
in his pants. There's a crazy delay for me, and geez, y'all keep freezing. I don't know. But if I'm like out of whatever, just let me. I don't know.
Well, if you need an upgrade or anything, talk to Jish when we're done.
So what Gillie
Wiz on the internet in his drawers working out.
Right.
And my man had a problem with it. He was like, "I'm unfollowing you." And then his page got deleted for something, bullying, blah, 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 blah. He went and called Wiz sensitive. And then Wiz was like, "I didn't get your page deleted. That wasn't me." Then he came back with a rebuttal and was like, his manager called him and apologized, and they tried to make amends, and he said sorry, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I think this goes again with like, I don't know, like, again, I don't know the actual side, but like this.
Whose manager called who?
Wiz's manager called Gillie and was like, "I apologize, I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah." He said make amends. This is what he was saying. And Wiz was like, he did not call him whatever. I don't know. But like the thing for me is like, is this that sensitivity thing again? Like, he's a comedian. He made jokes. I don't know who had his account taken down, but like, that's really stupid.
Oh yeah, if he was just telling jokes, then it's just a joke. If he was like really offended, then it's like, okay, just unfollow him. It was not a need to be a
Gillie.
He's a comedian.
Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Philly. When I was like 2, he was a rapper on our local radio stations. Yes, he was a rapper back in the day. And he cracked a joke. I mean, that's what he does. He makes jokes about everything that's going on. I feel like Wiz wants to be woke, so he came from the angle of your trauma. Your trauma makes you insecure, so you coming at me, blah blah blah. Maybe he didn't take it as a joke. Maybe he didn't take it as a joke.
That's the thing. Like, he's a comedian. He's making. I don't understand this stuff. I just don't get it.
But I don't think he's got his page taken down. I honestly don't think so.
It probably was his manager, if anything. It probably wasn't his director.
It could have been Wiz Khalifa fans. That's what people do. Like, any report could get your stuff taken down.
Yeah, anybody could just report it, right? For real.
But it's just madness that that's even a thing. Like, what's wrong with people? You can't joke and move on. Like, I swear, like, I'm not. I know it makes it sound that way, but I'm not one of those people who like enjoys joking around on people like that, like in that vein of making fun of them and things like that. Like, I don't even participate in stuff like that. A lot of times, I don't think it's funny, but I also am not forcing my personality on other people. And if someone makes a joke about me, haha, I'm moving on. Now, if you go. You know, I don't know. I may address you, but I'm not going to go and try to destroy you for being funny.
Because he was serious when he was like, he reminds me of the type of person who makes fun of athletic people in school and da-da-da-da. And I'm like, is it that deep? He's talking about you being in your drawers. Of course, there's going to be a lot of people talking about you in your drawers because people don't walk around in their drawers every day.
Are they actual boxers or were they?
Like, they look like actual boxers. They don't look like compression shorts. They don't look like, you know, the gym wear. They look like draws.
Yeah, they was a little bitty, but yeah, they was a little bitty. I mean, I feel like you do something like that, you kind of.
I ain't never seen nobody work out in the gym naked. He be in a regular ass gym, but the people around him don't be paying him no mind. I guess they just used to that shit. Like initially, when he first started working out a year or two ago, it was more kickboxing. That it made sense. That's how they. You know, you don't have on shoes. You don't have on clothes to do all that. But now he's like weightlifting in his drawers with no shoes on. So I don't know. I'm
straight up looking like a thought, like a slut and a hoe.
And he looks like a slut.
He looks like a slut.
Most said grown and sassy.
Go ahead
before it got all serious, I'm like, he gotta be doing this for likes and views because he's the talk of the town every day. People say his workout look childish. The females say, why do it look like he doing my booty growing exercises? Like people got jokes every day.
Right. But you should expect that. So it's like,
and again, why are you putting your workouts on the internet? For what?
Right.
Who is this for? You're not a trainer. This is not your business.
Is it for accountability?
You could pay people for accountability.
And mind you, he's a very small guy. So I see the difference in his build, but it's really nothing noticeable or significant because he was already small.
Right.
I think like he got more defined and he got some muscle. But Wiz, you ain't motivating me, my brother, except for the consistency.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's just like.
But I mean, the Kardashians, they put their workout up every day and they be skinny and getting surgery to be skinny.
That's their business, though. That's their privacy, but like that's how they make their money.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
You know.
The fitness world, the clothes and all of that.
I think
like themselves, they are there like whatever. I feel like he has actual talent that he might like, I don't know, whatever. Maybe somebody's paying him.
I think they've been coming out, but they've been saying that two people been doing that like for promo and stuff and then really not using it or really it's not really working. Like
that's what Mo was talking about last week about people promoting stuff and using stuff. I've seen people start it and then just disappear. Like you really don't like the workout. Take that fucking belt off, and they only last for a week.
Or they be having surgery, like and playing nuts, like they're working out, like knock it off.
They said Drake went and got the Dr. Miami special. Y'all think so, or you think he worked out?
The Dr. Miami special for men. This comment
the ad
world to the side. I'm confused.
Some things you can't joke about. Like what?
Like Wiz's dick in his drawers and how he's
the way the thing is slung and slang. Let me think.
My shit
I don't know. I guess some things you shouldn't joke about, but shit is funny. I'm gonna laugh. I don't have anything about that.
I don't laugh at him.
The only way it's like it gets to a point where it's too much for me is if I don't know, it's like when it does become bullying, and bullying is when somebody is like really defenseless, like they're unable to defend themselves and they're not defending, and like a person is continuously picking at them. I don't think anybody who we've talked about recently that's been getting joked on is like a helpless person who can't defend themselves.
Right.
So it's not like, and I hate to use the word bullying with adults. Handle your shit. You're an adult. You're out in the world. Be assertive. No?
Yikes.
No? Do they even believe as an adult?
See, Mo, this is what I be talking about when I say you a top.
Break it down.
She is rough.
It's a type A personality. I feel like you should get shit done. Like, if I don't know. I've not been perfect. I'm not perfect. I could have got teased my whole life. I really don't know if niggas was teasing me or talking about me. I don't involve myself in that shit. But I was definitely an easy target. I was fat, like very fat. I was nerdy, like I was corny. I didn't have a lot of money.
I feel you.
Like people I've heard people like talk shit about me when I was in high school or something. I went about my business, went to my classes, did my work. I don't know. Like it's not something that gets under my skin because why should it?
Mm-hmm. I feel you.
I don't know what's going on.
We're all clicking it, you guys. Everybody stop.
My computer is acting stupid, like literally.
Don't click nothing, G, because you 6 days behind us. But I texted you and told you to try restarting. It'll probably freshen you up. I get you're an adult. Step it up, be strong. But adults can have their fucking feelings hurt.
But it's not bullying. Having your feelings.
And you can be bullied.
How?
Because everybody's not going to stand up for themselves. Everybody's not going to look away. You can still be made fun of as an adult. You can still be shunned as an adult. You can,
different. We're not talking. Yes, people can do all those things to you.
So what is the definition? Let me see what the definition of bullying is.
I think,
and that will dead it.
Yes, sure. I mean, but I believe with the definition, from what I know,
I'm listening.
It is somebody being like helpless and defenseless and not being able to advocate for themselves. And as an adult, being out in the world, you should be able to advocate for yourself. And if you cannot, then you have things to work on. I don't know.
Seek to harm, intimidate, or coerce someone perceived as vulnerable. That can be anybody in this world at any age.
Yes.
Vulnerable people. So like when you're old as shit, you're vulnerable and you get bullied and beat on in them nursing homes.
Now that I feel like those are the extremes of age. The young people and the old people.
Right.
If you in that little motherfucking
age. Mo.
Yeah.
Your theory is flawed.
That's fine. But I hope that y'all.
You can be bullied at any age, even though you know it would seem unreasonable for somebody at a certain age to be like. But I'm saying there's a lot of awkward, quiet people who are not going to speak up and step up for themselves at any age.
You're very right. I feel like this happens.
And especially with the coercion part, I just watched Netflix special, Bad Vegan. The lady was a raw vegan who opened up the top raw vegan spot in New York. She was hot. She was a sweetheart, but this man came into her life and tore it apart, down to him talking about weird stuff like aliens and people coming to this and that. Long story short, she ended up on a run with this man, leaving her entire restaurant and employees unpaid, sending him wires of millions of dollars every day, even though it didn't make sense. That was her being mentally abused and bullied into that shit. And they had recordings of the conversations that they were having. And even though none of it makes sense, like Mo was saying, like it doesn't make sense for her grown business running ass to be in that predicament. And it didn't make sense down to the end of the show. She couldn't even explain half the stuff. But that's a situation where she was bullied and she couldn't get out of it. The police stopped it. Who knows when it would have ended?
It's very sad for me that people go through this and that people live their lives that way. And it's just like, it's really unbelievable for me because
Because a lot of people have to learn to stick up for themselves, even if you're soft. Like, how long are you going to get ran over? Like, you got to get tired of it.
By the time you're an adult, you should know how to handle yourself. And I'm not saying anybody can get taken advantage of, but I'm talking about like, I don't know. That's
because I feel like at work, people of authority most times try to fucking be on your neck and bully you because they try to talk to you any kind of way, approach you any kind of way until you set them boundaries. I always say, if somebody come at you wrong, that first or second time, you need to give them what they giving you. So then that way they are clear that you ain't the one, the two, or the three. And I'll keep counting.
I believe work is one of a place that you can get bullied for sure. Because you have to check yourself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cannot go to work and be a nigga with people. You know what I'm saying? I have to make
it's a spot where people can be clicked up.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Favoritism. Mm-hmm. You trying to move up, it don't happen. They give you shitty assignments. Like, it can be so much stuff going on in work.
Yeah.
I feel like that's most places where the bullying would happen. Any environment where you're around people long term, every day, consistently, those are the bullying situations. I don't think that you're going to be out in the street and, somebody's just going to be.
That just like clicked some. It's like, that's the thing. Work. That's why I'm like, yes, because you have to be there until you can figure out a move to make and like to be able to push you out of your position. Now, in your regular life, you have an option to be around and not be around whomever. Mm-hmm. Somebody's treating you like, but then again, people have a lot of trauma. People have things as to why they do whatever. But I'm like, why would you stay around somebody, view somebody, interact with somebody, whatever, who you think is bullying you? Like,
right. It makes no sense.
And also in relationships, is that bullying? It's definitely taking advantage.
Geesh, can adults be bullied?
Sure can. But it's just like, it's kind of like, like Mo is an alpha. She's a strict top. So it's like, she don't understand like people she don't understand people that can't like defend themselves or don't have that.
People who don't have a backbone?
Yeah, people who have a backbone, people who don't know how to,
it exists, but that don't mean you can't be bullied.
I don't understand it at all. I don't get it.
Because the bullier shouldn't exist. That's the issue.
They shouldn't, but they do. This is the world we live in. And you need to realize that there are people like this out in the world.
And spineless people exist as well.
Exactly.
And I truly do feel so sorry for that people. But
No, you don't.
I 100% do. Because if I wanted
to, 100% do. That was not genuine.
I don't know why you think that. I'm really being genuine. Because if I wanted to, I could be an evil genius and I could definitely go out here and manipulate people. I could look in somebody's eyes and tell you if they're soft or not. And like the first minutes that I meet somebody, I think the nigga could be taken advantage of. Do I mean to operate that way? No, because I care about people and I respect people and I really do feel bad for them because that's a horrible way to live your life.
I'm not saying it as hard as Mo, but I agree with what she's saying. Like, I've been in situations where I've observed people who's like, oh, but who and why? And I'm like, bitch, stand up. Stand up. These people, you're not obligated to this bullshit in these people.
For sure.
And I really do think work and relationships.
But I had to learn that.
Yeah.
Because I'm a nice person. I'll say yes. I'll do shit I don't want to do. I'll go to places but you're not obligated to that.
No. And that's what I'm saying.
And then when people approach you wrong, like I said, you need to let them know, I'm going to match what you're giving me, especially if you out of pocket. And then you're going to be like, oh, I can't do this with him. Yeah. And I can still be the nice person that I am.
There's nothing wrong with a polite check and having a boundary.
But I have to learn that because I always feel like if I'm addressing something, I always feel like it's going, like, everybody just not as emotionally mature as you would want them to be. So it's like, even like, I just like, no matter how soft you come, sometimes it's always going to be a problem because that's just what it is. Like, people are confrontational or they can't like communicate. So everything that is being addressed comes off like you being aggressive or you picking or you trying to, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's really not that.
You
it's just, I'm actually no me. I'm
don't play with me.
No, Mo, now you know, Mo, you know I am not
Don't play
shy.
with me.
I'm not shy of a confrontation, but
Mo get on my nerves.
now you know, now Mo, you already know.
Okay.
You think I'm about him? Really?
Oh my God.
Go put on some shorts for us.
Some shorts?
Go some drawers, some Wiz Khalifa drawers. Go ahead.
You know
Not the Wizzy.
Go ahead.
You know I got
Oh
something.
gosh.
Now you know I got something. I hope my mama not watching this.
And look at him. He's gonna go do it. Sit down, Jesus. Stop playing.
We're gonna get cut off.
See how that shit went down just now?
But guess what?
That was a bully because you were just coerced into pulling your pants down.
And I did it on purpose.
You see? So we both just proved our point. Mo's the top. I am fluid.
Y'all are crazy.
Popcorn is just walking at the wrong time.
Now that whole conversation came from Jeesh calling me a motherfucking top. And I don't know where that came from. Hold on. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so like I hope adult people are not getting bullied. I hope that y'all stand up for yourselves and you're not letting people out in this world take advantage of you.
Okay.
Wait, who the fuck is Omar Smith? And I know, wait, okay, I got it.
It's the same, yes, different platform.
Like, hold on. Yeah. Got him.
Yes.
This is another interesting one. We could go to this this little porn category. So
oh no,
it's not sexy or enticing. The lady was on the video on Instagram and he was breaking up with her man and telling him he had to go. He was crying and putting his pants on. She said he was watching, he's a father, they have kids. He was watching daddy-daughter porn. And she was like, not on my watch. She was like, if that's something you watch in your porn, that's something you're going to want to do with your kids. And you cannot be here. And she was kicking him out the house, relationship over. So like, do you think the type of porn that people watch, like determine or dictate anything that they actually act on in their lives?
That's very close to home.
Why do you say that?
Because that wasn't the father of the child?
It was. Those were his kids with the mother, yes. It was two people, they have kids together, and he was online watching daddy-daughter porn.
Listen.
I don't think it was actual kids, but it was just, that's the category.
No. I get that. But I'm saying like that porn will get you in trouble because that's close to home. It's weird, but the categories are weird.
Absolutely.
She should have had a conversation with him.
She seemed like
to see what the angle was, but I get it. You have kids home to protect.
He was like, saying it's just a mentality. It's like just something that I watched. He said I would never do that in real life, like blah, 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 blah. But do you think if those are the proclivities that you have, that you like to see men having sex with their daughters, like that's what you like?
My baby.
That sounds crazy.
To type that out alone, I mean, I don't know what to say. I get why mama is uncomfortable with it.
But it's also like, I don't even know. I don't know what I would do. I don't know how I feel about. I mean, I don't know, because one side of me is like, people watch all types of porn. I don't know if you can help like what gets you off.
Right.
But if men having sex with their children gets you off, that might be a problem.
That's crazy. But they have those categories, but that's not really what it is. It's just an older man and a younger woman.
Right. But the idea is like in the storyline, daddy and not zaddy. It's, this is my father.
Because they had, I can't.
It's so cringe. Like, it makes my skin crawl.
It's very cringe. Very, very cringe.
Now, would you be willing to break up your relationship with the father of those children and like end everything?
I can see how it's sickening. I can see how it's sickening, and you wouldn't think twice to walk away. Absolutely. I could see.
Now,
and then you have and then you're gonna have split custody and have a deep talk with your kids when they have visitation.
No. I didn't even think about that. We cannot separate and you get visitation with the kids. That means I'm giving you to them to be alone.
That's why you would have a deep convo. Like, how old are the kids? Are they old enough to know what's going on?
What if they're not?
What if they're not? What if he kicked his ass out? What if she kicked his ass out and she's 16 and can easily tell if something was going on? Like, is it, you know what I'm saying? Like, how old are her kids that she's protecting? Because if they're old enough to have a conversation and she can check in with them, maybe it can be approached differently.
And now this is that vulnerability thing. I mean, I've talked to plenty of people who were getting molested and getting raped, which is sickeningly such a common thing. Getting molested, getting raped while they were very aware. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit started in fucking elementary school and continued all throughout high school. Like, at that point, you're groomed. Like,
hold on, I want to hear from our avid porner.
As an avid porner, LOL, he's weird for sure. But amateurs just use titles like that just so they can fulfill the fantasy of older guys smashing you, gets
younger
guys.
Chicks.
Say it.
Amateurs use titles like that so they can fulfill fantasies of older guys smashing younger chicks, but they're grown. And that's what I was saying. It's not actually happening like that. It's just the title.
But that's the idea behind it. Like, there's going to be a story about a daughter.
But he could have looked up older and younger. But again, how old are these kids?
I don't even think the age matters, because again, if let's say I don't know what's happening, but if something is happening and he's been dropping little worms, that child is vulnerable and can easily be taken advantage of.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm bringing up the age because, again, you're able to have a conversation. This is a serious matter. My babies can have conversations and let me know what's going on. Let me check in and see if they've had any crazy experiences.
I'm about to get slightly emotional, right? I swear to God, y'all know I work with kids. I had a conversation with these kids today. They are 9, 10, 11 years old. One of the little girls got her period. Was talking to her about her body, whatever. We had her call her mother, whatever. She needed some pads. I'm like, we keep pads here. If you need anything, just let us know. Talk to her about like, all right, so now if you need to go to the bathroom or whatever, we know, every 2 hours, just go check yourself. I was like, I'll have some wipes here. So if you go to the bathroom, I'm like, make sure you clean well, because, you don't want to have a blood in your panties, whatever. Like, the girl talk. I don't know how it got to this conversation. It was like three of the kids in the room. And they started saying that they have watched porn before. They've seen porn. Okay, you're fucking 9, 10 years old. I'm like, where are you seeing porn? Whatever. Literally said Pornhub. Okay. I'm like,
so they're able to go and
I'm hyperventilating, son. And these are 3 girls. One of the girls was like, one of them got caught and got her iPad taken away. The other one was like, I tried to stop watching it and I can't. So you have a porn addiction at 10. And then the other one was like that they also be on Mingle. I was like, what the fuck is Mingle? That is a dating and meet site. So I guess, I don't know who they're going on there to talk to. The girl, and she could be lying, says she went on there, 9, 10 years old, went on the website, was talking to another girl. She seemed cool, wanted to be friends or whatever. She was like, they did a video. They went to do a video chat. And she told me this was a year or two ago. So at that point, she was 8, 9. Are you still there, Kimi?
I'm here.
Okay.
It just caught me because this is crazy.
Look, and it gets worse. So she was like, she went on Mingle, was talking to the girl, whatever. She seemed cool. So they decided to video chatted. She was like, it was an old man. And the old man was like, you know, hey, baby girl, da, 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 da. Told her to stand up and turn around. And she stood up and turned around. And he was like, nice ass. And this is what I mean when I say, like, the kids are vulnerable. I said, why, when you saw that he wasn't the girl that you were going to talk to, why did you keep talking to him? I don't know. Da, da, da. Why, when he stood up and told you to turn around, did you turn around? Because he told me to. Literally. And she was like, they always tell us to like listen to adults and stuff like that. I was like, don't be stupid. Literally, don't be stupid. You know, every adult is not a good person. And you know, people on the internet are trying to take advantage of you.
Wow.
And I was like, you need to be smarter than that. And I literally had to tell them, like, I'm not your parent or whatever. But if I was like, if you ever, and they did talking about like some guy was doing something and they tried to go on and talk to the people of the website and try to get him caught because they saw some people on TikTok doing this to some man. I was like, that's not your responsibility. I was like, please stay off these websites. I was like, you guys don't know enough about sex, intimacy, or relationships to watch porn. I was like, do you know what porn is? I was like, that's not. And they were like, we were just curious. I was like, that's not where you go when you're curious. I was like, you know, when you watch a movie and it's an exaggerated version of life, I said, that's what porn is. I was like, that's not what people are really doing. And I was like, I don't want you to grow up with this idea in your head of from 10 years old, from you thinking that this is what sex is like, this is what intimacy is, this is how men and women interact, this is what you're supposed to do.
That's crazy. That's so wild.
And I was just like, they're literally online. These are predators.
The access is crazy. The access is crazy.
I was mortified
because every kid has their own device and their own time with their device, and it has access to everything.
They know how to do everything. The girl that was like, she had the fucking addiction. Well, she didn't say that, but that's what the fuck it is.
That's what it is.
She was like, that's why I delete my search history.
They be knowing.
Too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
And they don't even know anything about their bodies. The girl who got her period was sitting there and she was like, oh, I heard that like if you don't get your period 1 month, that means you're pregnant.
Oh my goodness.
Babies. And this is like, so this goes back to the thing. Like, if he is talking to them a certain way, telling them to do shit, like age, that's my daddy. I'm a listener.
Right.
Because they're told like they need to respect authority.
Right.
Advocate for yourselves. Y'all know if something is right or wrong. And you know some old man on the internet telling you to get up and turn around is not something that's appropriate.
Okay. They know.
And I know part of them like enjoys it because it seems like risque and adult or whatever.
And then the attention piece. A lot of people like the attention. There's a lot of parents that's neglectful.
Yeah.
And they're getting whatever type of attention from anybody.
That shit was wild to me and very scary.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I'm like, protect the babies. Because you know what? I know literally so many people, men and women, who've been molested or raped when they were kids by family members. And it's like, I swear, like almost every person I talk, they have some story about some weird ass shit happening when they were kids by a fucking family member.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
It's too much. I think, yeah. I mean, no. How would you look at him after that? How would you even have the man in your house interacting with your kids? Because every time he's around my kids,
But that's what I'm saying. So if they're your kids together and your baby's old enough to have a discussion about what adult and what type of interaction with adults is appropriate and not. You wouldn't check in
Right.
before kicking him out? Or would you just end the relationship like she did?
It's a big decision to make, but I feel like, what the fuck? I mean, she was saying it to him and he was just like, that's not something I would ever do. It's just a mentality. He was like, it's just a mental. What could he say? I like the idea.
What was she doing that she pulled up with a camera? Like, that's just.
She was getting him on camera saying that shit because he was crying and pulling up his pants and saying it was a mentality. But like, she has him on camera saying that that's what he was actually doing. Like, I think it's too. What could he say? Like, what would that conversation even be? Why do you find this interesting? Because I like to see daughters.
No. I would. The conversation wouldn't be with him. I would check in with the kids. Her thing is the abuse of the children.
But that could be something that hasn't happened yet. And I think for her, it's like the possibility that this could happen to her kids. And why? Like, I'm not waiting around for that, for him to one day be like, this porn shit is not enough. I need me a real kid. Like,
but he's saying he's not a predator. He's not looking for kids.
So why the fuck are you watching that shit?
So there's really nothing that you can't take the word. That's a lot.
There's also porn that I have watched, shit that has nothing to do with me, that I'll never do, that I'll never be involved in.
Yeah, it happens.
Like when straight people watch gay porn. Again, that same lady on that show that I was watching, the pleasure show, she was like, her favorite type of porn is to watch gay porn.
Yeah,
a gay man and have sex with another man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I have straight friends who said that they have watched gay porn and they're not interested in that.
And that's like the other side of it for me. Like, I know people watch things that they are never going to act on or never be involved in.
Right.
But it feels too close. It feels like
it's a lot. That's very sensitive.
If something does happen, she'd be ready to kill herself.
Yeah, she would be jacked up. Absolutely.
Because it's like you had the opportunity to fix it and you didn't take it because you wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt over like heavy.
You are so heavy, baby. Oh, I couldn't keep my damn robe down. I didn't even notice I had it on. But I was so cold.
You were cute in the robe. Put it back on. I like it.
Thank you.
You don't be cold for us.
The struggle.
It looked like, I feel like that's your thing. You've worn the robe before, no?
I don't know. Maybe.
I feel like you have. It goes. I feel like you should wear the robe now.
Every day with a cigar next week.
And that's it. This one is like a kind of cool one. Oh, can you excuse me for 1 second?
Okay.
Saying the people, I got to pick this up. This is about my delivery.
Huh? You know what? I'm a hurt Moni in the middle. Moni in the middle. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Keem Show. Welcome to the Keem Show. Let me see what else we got on the menu.
All right, I'm gonna have to get up in a second to go get my delivery from the door, but we can keep talking until then. All right, this is important.
Ain't no way.
This one I think is interesting, and it's recently about J-Lo. So sis is on her 5th engagement, marriage, whatever, dealing with a man where she got a ring, and it's like, at this point, people are like, "Yo, she's damaged. She's love happy. She ain't never gonna marry him. She was just married to A-Rod last year. Now engaged. Now she's engaged again." What do you think about people who are like engaged or married upwards of like 5 times? Do you think they're just people who are love happy and just want to be in love, or like they're damaged and like working on something?
They're courageous, because I wouldn't want to be bothered.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how much do you have to want to be in love to do that 5 times?
And what does the marriage do for you that a relationship, just boyfriend, girlfriend, wouldn't do for you?
I think she really wants to be married.
She must. Cause you just left the Keem Harvey show. Period.
The Keem Harvey show.
Because when I was there by myself,
That's bad cute.
Yeah, I don't know how people do it.
One time is enough for me, maybe two. I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess if the man is proposing, you accept the ring, right? Is that what Shorty is just doing? Like, they keep proposing to me.
What you want me to say? I mean, she been with this guy before. Mm-hmm. So
Zoyman, I remember.
Yeah, she been with him before. I mean, they're just rekindling, and that's just what it is, I guess.
But why jump into an engagement 1 year in?
I'm thinking about the damn kids again. Like, I want to know how do you introduce them to these new relationships?
And I mean, they're going to see it on the internet. So it's like
they were just with A-Rod for 17 years with his kids, and you ended it overnight. And now you're introducing a new husband with more kids. It's just wow.
She really jumps around. Like,
she really does. But she does do long-term relationships. Mm-hmm. She's just never single.
That's what they were saying. They were like, yo, she hasn't been single since she was with Diddy. Like,
she's never been single. I don't know how people are like that. I've had people in my life that I've seen never have alone time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you do it? Because when I'm out of a relationship, bitch, I'll be on hiatus for 6 years and don't think about it.
No, I mean,
I don't think about it. I'm not like most people, but that's my truth. Like, the peacefulness, like, I can't imagine it being back to back to back. At this point, it's permanent, but
yeah. But
my God.
That's baby.
Yeah, but back to back to back.
It is so hard to like.
Because I mean, most celebrity women are like that. Back to back to back. Who else is like that? It's J-Lo, and I feel like it's somebody else. They're just always in a relationship. I don't know. I can't think right now.
I don't think she's ever been single or single for long, because she pop out with a new man while she's still in a relationship with the last one.
Yeah.
I gave him his ring back yesterday. Now I'm back with Ben.
She left A-Rod and was with Ben already.
And she do not care.
Don't care. I feel like it's bold. I feel like it's really grown up. Because you're not obligated to nobody.
No.
Yeah, I've moved on. She don't think about us.
No, not at all.
She don't address none of that stuff.
Goddess.
She was with the background dancer, and he was a youngin', and she was like, this is the only young person that I've been with, and people keep talking about me and younger guys. And I was like, yeah, you've been with people your age, Diddy. But I feel like she was engaged or married before Diddy. She's always been. There was
like an engagement or a marriage before him. Like, it was like a not famous guy.
Right. They be out here.
Mariah, she stay in a relationship.
Mariah stay in a relationship. She was with the billionaire.
Now she's with some young guy, I think.
Now she's with the young guy. He's a dancer.
Nick Cannon, if we want to throw her in.
Mariah do not seem too enthusiastic about anything. I can't imagine her entertaining someone in a relationship. She does seem fun. She seems like she still has a youthfulness to her, but it be dry.
Spacey. She seems spacey and ditzy. I'd be like, Mariah. I'm still waiting for my ring, so maybe I should shut up. Because if I would have got proposed to 5 times, I'm going to have 5 engagements as well.
There you go. We don't get married as easy.
Who's we? The black?
Are rich people?
Oh. You mean the pores? Got you.
Shut the hell up.
What
I
category?
feel like what the fuck am I saying? Yeah, I feel like rich people, they don't really shy away from getting married.
Mm-mm.
Janet was married a few times.
Secretly. Talk about somebody not liking people in their business.
No.
Wasn't she married to that man for mad long and nobody knew that pale?
She was married to this one that she had the baby with.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking about like way back in the day. No.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she did have that secret one when she was a youngin'.
Like a frail little light skinned man with a ponytail.
Oh yeah, that was her baby boo. They was together for a while.
That's cute.
She was like, I guess I attract drug addicts.
Is that what she thought?
Yeah, because 2 of her lovers were addicts.
Right.
The barge guy and then the ponytail.
Could you date somebody who was like on drugs? I have too much trauma for that.
Not at all.
Too much history.
I've seen because I've been in that field, like I've seen what it's done to people, and it's like almost never ending.
Right.
I worked with a young lady who dates an addict, and I'm like, how could you do it? And most times the people who are struggling are like, leave me alone, in terms of, don't be in this with me.
Right.
Don't do this to yourself.
Oh my God. The show Ultimatum. Have you watched it?
No, but I want to.
I'm not going to give the whole thing away.
Is somebody a crackhead?
No, but it just gave me that idea because, all right, so I'm not going to give away the whole show the way I enjoy to do.
Yes.
But the premise is that people come there, 2 people that are in a relationship, this couples. One of them really wants to get married and the other one doesn't. So they give them an ultimatum and they come on the show to work it out. This is like all first episode stuff. So what they end up doing is, though they end up all the other couples, apparently like they've matched these couples up so that individual people are compatible with individual people there. So you meet everybody, you mingle, and then you end up having to choose a person who you would want to spend 3 weeks with, living with them as if you were dating that person for marriage. Not your partner, somebody else's partner that's there. So they're mingling and doing all this stuff. And it's like, first of all, they're all 20, 24, 25. Everybody's like under 30. I think the oldest one is 30 years old. And the people, it's the men or the women giving the ultimatums like, I want to get married. If you don't want to get married, that's it. And it's so interesting that when they get on there and they like start meeting some of the other people, like how that tune changes. And more than one person was like, I would do that if it was for the right person. Like for whatever thing was holding them back from marrying the person they were with.
They were saying they were down.
I didn't think that this was going to happen like this, but we clicked and I didn't even plan to be in a relationship with somebody here. I just came and I was going to have a good time. And, I didn't even think that I would meet anybody, but we have so much in common. And now I'm like reconsidering it. Woo!
That's rough.
Yes.
So, yeah, I seen the one clip and the guy was like, so what are you looking for in a person? What type of person you're going to date? And everything she listed was somebody opposite of him. And he was like, if we're here to see if we're going to basically leave each other, why would you choose somebody who's opposite of me?
Right.
But sir, if you're a piece of shit and she wants to see if she could get her just some nice clean grass without the piece of shit in it.
I like that.
That's what the hell she doing? Like,
right. And it was also like, you can notice how much some of these people were together and they're talking about their partner. And I'm like, you don't love that person at all.
But those opposites, like when people are in a 10-year relationship, both of you, only one wants a baby, only one wants marriage. One is that like, what are you in it for? I feel like that would never click. It'll never stick.
And one person is always unhappy because they're not getting what they want. Y'all are not on the same page.
Then you're in a 10-year marriage, you end up getting a damn divorce.
And it's so interesting when seeing those people meet up with somebody else for fucking 2 days and being like, I didn't want to have kids before, but you know what? If I met the right person, I might be down to have a baby. Like, you just came here with somebody who was begging you to have a baby. But
That's
also,
what Jeannie Mai did.
Yes.
With Jeezy. I've been watching Jeannie since she was on fucking TLC doing a fashion show. She's never wanted children in her entire life. And she was married the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
He went and had a baby because that's what he wanted.
Right.
She started a new relationship and wanted that fucking baby because they ain't been together that long.
That's the Neo shit.
That's what Neo got that lady to
to
chop them tubes up and then went and had a baby.
I'll be right back. 2 seconds.
Okay.
Continue the Keem Harvey show.
Listen, welcome to the Keem Harvey show. Listen, there is no way I'm going to sit in a relationship and we're not in agreement of what the fuck we want out the relationship. Do we want kids? Yes or no? There's no way I'm going to want kids and you're not going to want kids and we're going to be in a relationship. I'm going to always yearn for that. I feel like if there's a little wiggle room and then maybe for like a year or two, we're trying to figure it out, that's fine. But I'm not going to sit in no damn 15-year relationship and we don't want what we want. We don't want the same thing. Hell no. Oh, it won't be me. It will not be me. It's the same as staying in damn relationships for the kids. I won't sit here and be miserable just because we have children together. Hey!
And I don't think it's good for kids either. People shouldn't do that.
No.
My parents
they see that y'all are miserable.
My parents were miserable. They argued every day. It was madness in my house. And I was looking at these people like, what the fuck are y'all together?
Then your nerves is bad.
Me.
Your nerves is bad.
Yeah. Okay. Huh? Our friend said Neo was foul for that.
They've been explaining that whole scenario for 16 years and it just still don't sit right with nobody's soul.
Because she actually altered her body for him.
She altered her body for him. He could have went and got the altar and got put back together again. That's not as easy for women. And she's remarried now.
Mm-hmm.
She don't even have an option.
That's crazy. I don't know. But again, when you get into a relationship with somebody else, sometimes you really don't know. Like that person could be.
And the other thing is that it's just so public because women getting their tubes tied is a very common thing. But just the fact that they're so under the radar and the conversation was Neo did not want any more kids. Neo was the reason behind. And Neo's like, no, this was a mutual thing. We talked about it, blah, 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 blah. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. I think that girl had one kid. I don't think she wanted to just have one kid.
Again, I don't know. My cousin had a kid and really didn't want no more kids after that. She had another one. But she's just not a very maternal person. And she was like early in her 20s, I want to get my tubes tied.
Yeah.
It wouldn't let her because she didn't have.
They don't let you.
3 kids, or you have to be a certain age. And she only had 2 kids and she was not of that age yet. And Shorty was like, I want my tubes tied. Like,
they've been policing y'all bodies, huh? Because like
that.
Huh?
How do you tell a woman that? I guess like you shouldn't do that to a teenager or somebody who has no kids because you may change your mind.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've been around for a few pregnancies. And when I first experienced them saying, you're too young or not enough babies, I'm like, what?
Yes. They literally tell you.
Like, did that many people run back and want to change their mind that y'all have made this a rule now?
They're like, ma'am, we cannot. The tubes are tied or burned.
I'd be like, well, just put a damn knot in there.
Abortion came along and now they want to make that shit illegal.
It's crazy.
They let these. It was that woman who got arrested or was on something for murder.
The lady just got locked up for murder because she performed her own abortion.
And this is what like women are like now.
She ain't do it right because how they find out?
Because she's probably in the hospital bleeding to death. Like what?
Oh my gosh!
This is the type of shit that women have to do now.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're like, it's not going to stop it. Women are just going to be dying, sick, sneaky, doing it illegal.
Fucking coat hanger abortions. I saw dirty.
Yeah,
you know the way that shit
paying people on the corner. They're gonna burn the tip of that hanger and do what they need to do.
What happens with the hanger?
From what I get, or what I would assume, is that you can bend it and hook it and pull the baby out.
Shut the fuck up.
You ain't in there chopping it and screwing it. I think you can pull the fetus out or something crazy.
Stop, Kimi.
Okay.
Like I saw that I heard them talk about it on Dirty Dancing, but I never knew like the details.
Oh yeah, that baby was in there with the sweats.
Mm-hmm. Going through it.
Yeah. Because nothing's sterile, nothing's proper. You're just tearing yourself up. Bless their little heart.
Women go through it. They need to go on and just give these men this contraceptive pill.
Okay.
That shit was mad funny. All those memes like, babe, did you take your pill?
Speaking of the pill, did you see Solange's son?
No, what happened?
Impregnated the girl. Text messages leaked. You're not going to take the pill, are you? And she was like, no. And he said, I'm going to. And you. And she's allegedly pregnant, and it's been messy and going back and forth.
Ooh,
you're crazy.
He's old now. I just remember he
better stop playing. He had another scandal. And he said something about Beyonce's my aunt. Do you think that? Oh, he would be in timeout.
And I feel like Beyonce is not even gonna play that shit with him. Like
he would never. Just if you said Akeem is my uncle, I would never save you.
Because don't act that.
You are disrespecting me.
Thinking I'm gonna just come swoop in when you out here being messy. No. I'm not a fucking garbage man.
I was about to say, I don't even mess with those types of situations. Like, you're not going to drain my life because you think that I can get you out of it. Right. No.
You thought you had pulled by calling my name? You're going to be in
That's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing. Like, how can your aunt look at you the same?
Right. He a teenager.
People are a mess.
They're watching porn when he's 10 years old. And this is what the
Shut up.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay.
These are not okay.
Family. It's been fun. What'd you say?
I said
until next time. Oh, it's been eventful. Bye.